Because, I think what it is when I was younger, when I was a YouTuber, I was very full of myself and I felt like my shit didn't stink and I felt like everything I did was the best. And how could anyone like anything other than my content? Obviously, mine's the best, right? So what happens is you get humbled. And now here we are 17 years later from when I was super popular on YouTube.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
And I'm a much smaller guy now when in terms of, I guess, yeah, actually, I am a much smaller guy. I actually have lost all the weight, but also in terms of, views and reach and popularity, right? So now you get humbled. You're like, well, maybe your shit wasn't the best, right? And that's why you are where you are. But I'm just grateful to have a following and an audience as long as I had. And I've been doing it for so long that I'm basically kind of like installed into the minds of so many people that I know I'm going to be fine. It just means I'll never blow up like I was, but I'm okay with what I've become over all this time, right? I'm happy for that. And I'm grateful for it. And that's the thing. You got to get more humble the older you get, especially when you fall off. Because I know I fell off. No one virally, no one talks about DSP. Oh, the viral video he made. What? No one talks about me like that at all. Like, wow, he still exists. Oh, let me give him a look. Holy shit, I actually still like this. And then some people will come by and support. And that's what happens from time to time. You get people, wow, I watched him like 10, 15 years ago. Holy shit, he still makes content. And then they come watch for a bit and support. And that's awesome. But you're not getting anyone mainstream talking to me or anything. It's never going to be.
I haven't seen a beat down like that since I'm going to have to go back to DSP.
Yeah. Camera's on the whole time, huh?
Yeah, the whole time.
Like that again, right? So, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with jealousy as long as you don't turn it into something toxic. I think jealousy is something that actually is a natural result of hard work and seeing others who get maybe more lucky than you or for whatever reason surpass you. And then you're like, well, shit. Fox McFox did a $5 super chat. He says, I've always wondered why people choose you to make memes of. What did you do to get so many people to dislike you? I think there's just completely different rationales for that. But the common thing is that everyone just made me the meme or butt of the joke. And so making fun of DSP is just the common thing to do, regardless of the fact that there may not be a common reason why. And that's the truth. If you were to ask 10 people right now, why don't you like DSP? Or why do you make fun of DSP? I don't think 10 people would even give you the same answer. Right? I don't. Some people still have misconceptions about me that have been completely dispelled. Or the reason today that someone would like, he plays a mobile game. That literally used to be the reason for some people. He plays a mobile game. The origins of it, okay, were that in around 2010, 2011, that's when this started. I was very popular on YouTube. Okay, I was one of the top gaming YouTubers for like 3-4 years in a row. I was at the top of the pack. I had more views than most, even though overall I didn't have more subs. I had more views. I was bringing in some months over, I think that my highest month, I'm not 100% sure, but I think one month I had something like over 20 million views in 1 month on my channel. And again, I'm a one-man show. This is not a team, a corporation, a group of people editing and everything. It's one guy bringing in 20 million views. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty insane, right? But what happened was I got cocky. And when I started to play certain games, I would fuck around on purpose because that's what I did back then. We're talking here about Metal Gear. Well, never did I ever think that when I played Metal Gear Solid and I basically kept insulting Hideo Kojima, which was a joke. It wasn't real. It wasn't me actually caring about him at all in any capacity. Okay. I actually think that it was just me making these jokes because thinking, oh, this won't be a big deal because I do this to everyone. But everyone got upset about me, about making fun of Hideo Kojima during my first playthroughs of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 and things like that. And then people were like, well, you suck at this game. And I was like, well, even if I do, you have no right to steal my content and talk about it. That was my attitude back then, because everyone you had a different conception of what was fair use and what, today we know, like, this is how you don't play, as long as it's made into a transformative work, is legal. Back then, no one knew that. Back then, everyone thought you're just stealing content, It was a very different time. But I think that's what it was. It was the cockiness that I had and the shit-talking attitude that I had. I was very pugnacious, quick to jump and insult and fight, as opposed to just being chill. I was the opposite of chill back then. Seriously, like every stream was about me yelling and screaming and getting all upset. There was no chill Phil at all back then. And I think then what people said was, well, what we could do is we can expose Phil, show that he's actually not good at games, which, by the way, I knew I wasn't good at games. I never said I was.
You want to know the truth? I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country because I play all the major games.
But I would joke about it and say, oh, it's the game's fault or this or that. That was my character back then, right? It was always blame the game. It's never the gamer's fault. It's always the game's fault. But yeah, that's when they started, this is how you don't play. And that's when public opinion started to turn against me. And then since then, it's always another reason. Oh, it's because he doesn't like Kojima. He's a bad gamer. Oh, it's because his setup's completely outdated. He doesn't live stream. He doesn't direct capture. Oh, it's because, he does this. He doesn't. I mean, I could go through probably 17, 18 reasons why people claim that I'm a negative lolcow meme, but none of them make any sense when you analyze them. It's just what everyone said at the time. And then you're on to the next, and then on to the next. Just like I said, it's moving the goalpost. And that's all it's been, is every single time that one thing isn't a big deal anymore, they make something else up, or they make something else to be a big deal that wasn't a big deal yesterday, just so that they have something more to say about me, right? So, anyway, yeah. Fox did another $2 super chat. Do you think it's the way you treat people? See, here's the thing. You can argue that maybe I've treated some people badly, but, those people are not the public. I never treated the public badly. I was never someone who went out there and did political content or religious content or said insanely over-the-top risque things. That was never me. There are people you can say, well, they acted badly. They're constantly going out there and they're saying horrible things about certain groups and this and that. That's not me. Ever. Never was that the case with me. I think the worst thing you could say I ever said was back in the day, I hated on people who played Minecraft and said that they were immature. It's a game for children. Now, that's false, and now I know that. But that's the kind of dumb shit I would say. It was always about gaming and stuff like that. I never really said offensive things. I never, was massively mistreating people and stuff, That's my take on it. And like I said, the people who maybe you could argue I mistreated, like John Rambo, all right, well, that's a personal thing between me and him. That's not, why would the public be angry at me because I had a falling out with my friend and coworker, right? I don't know. But again, it's just nonsense, It's just utter nonsense. There never really is again, if there really was one focal point reason why people don't like me, everyone would be able to say it right now. But they can't. Literally, everyone will say something different. Oh, well, I don't like that he took money and he played on mobile games. Oh, well, I don't like that he played games poorly. I don't like that he insulted Hideo Kojima. I don't like that he begs for money. I don't like that. So there's no consensus. You just don't like me because people don't like me. And that's the case. People don't like DSP because it's a known thing that you're supposed to not like DSP. Get it? Like, it's hip, it's cool. That's the meme. You're in on it if you don't like DSP. Okay? That's the answer. There isn't actually a real reason. Euthanasia did a $10 super chat. That's our biggest of the week so far. Haters gonna hate. I say screw them. The Philomaniacs are here to stay. You're the master of your own destiny. Get out there and finish the story. Cody Rhodes music plays. Oh, trust me. That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't care about any of this stuff. I love it when someone will come on the stream and say, did you hear what this person said about you today? No, I don't care. Why would I? I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm having a great time. I'm successful. Why do I give a shit what some other idiot said on the internet about me? Right? Thank you for $10, Euthanasia. And now Fox did a $2 super chat. The answer is yes. That is why, unfortunately. Okay. Well, good for you. That is your answer. I don't know why, if you think that's the answer, why you're sending me money, though.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but